Hogwarts Legacy girlfriend reviews. Here we go.
This is Girlfriend Reviews. It's a comedy show about video games, but every now and then, a game comes along that just doesn't make us feel very funny. Hogwarts Legacy is one of those games. Our footage is hilarious. There's no horse!
What is happening?
Oh no, it's magical.
It's magic. Oh yeah, it's a magic game.
It's
Sorry.
fine, it's fine, it's fine. The punchlines practically write themselves.
What is that? Oh, it's part of it.
Magic.
It's
Every
magic.
time we think
He's playing the Jesus game.
it's magic. But the biggest joke is the one about how our decision to review the new Harry Potter made headlines after a clip of me getting quote-unquote bullied off stream went viral. So I need to set the record straight about a few things.
Okay.
First, I didn't cry. I just got a little verklempt. And even if I was brought to tears, how is that news? I cry every day. Second, not all of what happened that morning on Twitch was bullying. There were a lot of hateful messages deleted by our mod team, but it's Twitch chat, so we're kind of used to that. Many viewers were simply voicing their disappointment. Disappointment.
Oh, I think, and yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to watch somebody play a game for whatever reason, that's okay. The only problem is whenever it's actual harassment.
Based on the fact that buying Hogwarts Legacy puts money in the pocket of J.K. Rowling, a woman who funds anti-LGBTQ political activity. That is as valid an argument as any to vote with your wallet. So if you're one of those edgelords going around saying, "Now I'm gonna buy 2 copies," you are being mean and weird. On the other
And I can guarantee you that none of them give a fuck. Yeah, they are absolutely being mean and weird because they don't want to be told what to do. That's exactly right.
hand, most consumers struggle to keep track of all the unspeakably evil people their daily purchases endorse.
Very
and nobody
true.
wants to be labeled pro-child labor for tweeting from their iPhone any more than they want to be labeled transphobic for downloading Hogwarts Legacy.
That's true.
Especially if how they vote on election day says something different than how they vote on the PlayStation Store. And then there's me and Matt, two video game critics who received a review copy of Hogwarts Legacy for free. It is our
That's nice.
job to appraise video games while providing commentary on any controversies surrounding them.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've ever watched our show, you should know that we don't hold any punches.
I'll tell you guys again, like with Blizzard, the real subtext to that whole fucking, Riot went through the same thing that Blizzard did, and so did Ubisoft Games. Nobody got that upset about it because the games were good.
Comes to calling out
Yeah,
injustice.
that's a
This
leaked
channel has
scene from
always
Sonic
been
3.
committed to creating a safer space for women in the gaming community.
The best thing about a David Cage woman is the derogative to take a little punch
And despite what J.K. Rowling says,
What is that? What kind of a game is that?
trans women are women. Even the Hogwarts Legacy stream in question was trying to raise money for a charity that I'm really passionate about. This is why I cried. Almost cried. When fans, randos, and trolls overwhelmed us with accusations of transphobia.
You're never going to make these people happy. Like, the moment that you step out of the little tiny box that they allow you to exist in, they're going to hate you for it. You can never capitulate with them and compromise with them and rationalize with them. It's just never going to work.
If you're one of those people, I love you, but brace yourself, because the main reason I wanted to grapple with Hogwarts Legacy is that
Look at it, it's just a fucking racist. It's just a fucking racist. Who gives a shit? This is why you can never take these people seriously. And that's why people are buying 2 copies. Because they're so fucking sick of seeing this.
I am a Jew. Shalom, my mishpucha. And yes, J.K. Rowling is transphobic, but Hogwarts Legacy in and of itself evokes hallmark anti-Semitic propaganda that I should not need permission to investigate. Unfortunately, Hogwarts Legacy's money-grubbing, hook-nosed caricatures did not make me feel anywhere near as villainized or unsafe as being put on a list for which I have received nonstop intimidation to be silent ever since.
I think that makes sense, right? Is like, I think it's very fair to, as a Jewish person, see that and be like, hey, this does remind me a lot of like weird stereotype things. It doesn't necessarily mean it was done on purpose, but it's okay to acknowledge that. That's totally fine.
Speak out against racism and transphobia has cost us an entire platform from which our voices could be heard. The Girlfriend Reviews subreddit has been locked indefinitely, and both of our accounts have been permanently suspended after false reports claiming we were promoting hate and even threatening violence. I very much disagree that doing my job as a comedian,
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you will never make these people happy. And even if you try to, like, reason with them and tell them, like, oh, well, I'm actually on your side, you will never pass the Russian nesting doll of endless purity tests that will eventually result in you failing. This will never happen. Because you have to keep in mind, these people wield power through grievance. So if they don't have a grievance with you, they don't have power. Nobody's going to give up their power.
And Jewish woman, all while fundraising for LGBTQ charity, is promoting hate or threatening violence.
Yep, doesn't matter.
Congratulations, I guess, because the last time an online community put us on their list, we had to ignore them for over a year before things escalated into false accusations of violent threats.
That's right.
This time, it took less than...
And also, I think that the more that you... This is the truth. On the internet, chickens. If one chicken starts bleeding, every other chicken starts pecking the bleeding chicken until it's dead. It's a pecking party. There's even a word for it. The solution to that on the internet is don't bleed. You can't. If you let people see that it's bothering you and you start doing this, they will never let you go. They will push this on you. And the thing is, there will also be other people that don't like the fact that she said that J.K. Rowling is transphobic because they agree with J.K. Rowling. Now they will be calling her transphobic to troll her and make her upset. There is no winning.
A week for that to happen and cause measurable damage to our livelihood by revoking our access to an essential website for content creators. Not to mention all the blatant lies and misinformation slandering our personal reputations. That's right. According to this article and the scary amount of people regurgitating it, girlfriend reviews are a couple of pedophile defenders.
Bro, these people are out here writing fan fiction. Bro, they're trying to compete with J.K. Rowling. Who can make them more like is Hogwarts more fake or this? Yeah, they're schizo posting. Yes. Yeah, you're just never gonna win with these people.
Every now and then, a video game comes along that just doesn't make us feel very funny. And Hogwarts Legacy is the least we've laughed in our entire career. Between the transphobia, the anti-Semitism, the harassment in pursuit of political aims from both sides, and the fact that even without those things, we genuinely think Hogwarts Legacy is aggressively mediocre, there is simply no way to review it without making more people dangerously upset at us than there already are, just for trying to review it at all. So, this isn't a review of Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, I mean, all right. It worries me whenever somebody takes this approach, because there will be a game in the future and there will be people who are unhappy about this, because at the end of the day, so I'm going to be kind of critical of this video and the approach that the video has, because I've had experience doing things like this in the past and I've seen how it's negatively affected me. I find this approach to be not effective, and I think that it will ultimately be negative. The reason why it will be negative is because what you are essentially doing is you are depriving the viewers of content. The people here do not care about your heritage. They do not care about your gender. They do not care about your political views. They don't care about any of those things. They are following your stream. They are watching your videos because they like your content. And the moment that you put something in the way of that, you will earn their resentment. That's just what's going to happen. Because the people don't care about you. They don't know you. You are on a screen. The only interaction they have with you is through your content. So if you take that away from them, they will then resent you for it. I made this mistake with Final Fantasy XIV. And I said I didn't want to play it and deal with it because of different troublemakers in chat. And the truth is that tells a lot of people that, hey, The reason why he's not playing the game isn't actually because of the game. Like, we're just losing good content that we want to see because he's being a bitch. That's what people told me. And they were like, well, what the fuck, man? We want to watch the game. We don't care. Like, who cares? Like, we don't care if you're getting harassed. It doesn't matter to us. We want to watch the content. Shut the fuck up. Stop crying. Stop crying and make the videos. That's it. And the thing is, like, it's sad. And people are like, oh, well, they should have more empathy for you. No, who gives a fuck? And it's just... And I think the worst part is that what I worry about her and like her husband or boyfriend or whatever, I worry about this being a repeated thing whenever they play the next game that has any degree of controversy to it. Because now people have seen that they can influence them and change what they do in a direction. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to push you so hard for you to do it again so we can control you with it. Because it worked. That's it. Atomic Heart. And we're seeing this thing with the Super Mario World, right? Like, I would have loved to go to Super Mario World, by the way. Like, holy fuck. Like, that. Like, I never want to go to Disneyland. I don't give a fuck. Like, if I had a girlfriend, she loved Disneyland, I'd take her to Disneyland and not pretend that I like it. But, like, personally, I'm not going to give a fuck. But I'm telling you, Super Mario World land, ooh, man, I would be there in a heartbeat. And, yeah, I would not have no problem with it. But, yeah, people say that, but, like, how is this okay? But, like, fucking Saudi Arabia. Saudi fucking Arabia owns like 6 or 7, 8% of Nintendo. What is this? I don't know. It seems like a little bit of, and I guarantee you people will bring this up. Let me go back. I'll read a few more of them. I also don't think Hogwarts Legacy is aggressively mediocre. I do think it's a good game of a single player game. I have enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy more than I enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush, or at least so far. They're so different games, though, it's very hard for me to say. I don't really play a lot of single-player games, so it's hard for me to really benchmark it. Yeah, more than Forspoken? Yes, it was better than Forspoken, and it was better than Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, that's what I would say. It was a 7.5 out of 10. I ranked Hogwarts Legacy an 8.5 out of 10. That's it. Let me go back over and read the rest of these comments. This is a review of Hogwarts Legacy. It's a review of what it's like to review Hogwarts Legacy. It's actually not. Like, I'll tell you that, like, obviously I cover all drama. Like, any drama that happens, anything bad that happens, I'm making content about it. I'm talking about it. This is what I do. Because I like talking about it, because I feel like everybody else that talks about it doesn't give it a fair shake. There are a few people out there that I do actually think give drama a really fair shake, but overall, I think most people do not. And they are not fair with it at all, and that's why I try to talk about it, because I'm like, well, fuck them. They don't know what they're talking about. I've got to go put my take out there so nobody actually starts thinking the stupid thing that the other people are saying. That's it. And Ludwig are fair. I like Ludwig. I respect Ludwig's opinions a lot. But there are other people too besides him as well. But anyway, I'll look at the rest of this too. My God, guys, I didn't even know this was happening. What an incredible drama. Exactly. I had nobody harass me for playing Hogwarts Legacy. And do you know why? Because the second they typed something into chat that was negative, it was instantly fucking banned. Instantly deleted, instantly blocked, instantly removed. And I never worried about it for a second, because they don't matter. It's just noise. That's it. Love you guys in a couple of years. Honestly, a shock to see this happen to you guys. Yeah, and the reason why it happened is just because it's just because she was like, it sounded like she was crying. Whether she was or not, it sounded like she was. One of those wholesome, least controversial gaming channels on the website, and it's surprised this happened to you guys of all people. That's why it happened to them. Because the reason why is, like, a lot of these types of, like, Twitter activists, they don't go after somebody like me. Because it's like, if you throw a pig in the mud, the pig is happy. You see, but if you take a swan, this nice, beautiful, like, white swan, you throw that fucking swan in the mud, it's the worst day of that swan's life. That's the reason. So they look for somebody that they can throw in the mud like that won't enjoy it. That's it. Yeah, they invited these people into their community. I don't think that there's anything that they did to invite them into their community. I don't think that's fair to say. But yeah, anyway. Oh, let me link the video. Let me give me 1 second. Let me link this for you guys real quick. So you like the game, police reviewing controversial games. Well, I think everybody that is reviewing games is effectively the game police, okay? That's just the way that it is, you know? Predators always have their preference of prey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just makes sense. Being overly tolerant and apologetic to radicals will invite them to go even farther. It will. And it will also invite people who resent them for doing so to go even farther as if they are the radicals.